Welcome to the new SC State 1890 Research and Extension Administrative and Community Facility. I'm delighted to give you a tour of this new fabulous location on our campus. Come on in. We're here in the lobby, and the first thing you see is our impact wall. Now, this impact wall is designed to give you an overview of South Carolina State 1890 programs and our outreach to the community. It signifies what our charge is to improve the quality of life and the standard of living from the citizens of South Carolina. The picture in the background shows our first president, Thomas E. Miller, on the university farm surrounded by cattle. This starts our historical collection. Right here is a photo of a home economics class in the beginning when classes were first being taught on this campus. As you can see, the classes are segregated, it's only women because classes were segregated back then. Men attended one class, women attended another class. The second photo is a milk cap, and you can see it says South Carolina State College. We produced our own milk and our own cheese, and the proceeds from the sales went to support the university. This photo represents our beginnings as a university, steeped in agricultural, mechanical, and teaching arts. As you can see, they are at a demonstration. But the thing that gets me about this picture is look how well dressed they are being on the farm, learning how to plow and do that sort of thing. Those guys back there really could dress, even the farmers. Well, you know, 1890 is the outreach arm of the university. And back then, we were the outreach arm then. The university actually delivered programs and services and courses throughout the community. This right here, we dated back to 1932, and this is the first vehicle that we could find where the university actually sent their programs, their professors, and services to the community. This was a panel truck, and it's the equivalent of our mobile technology unit that we actually have today, which is a 12-station computer lab that has internet capability, and we can shoot that internet to 100 yards around the perimeter of the mobile unit. So the traditions that were started then are still being carried out right now. This represents our once thriving School of Agriculture at South Carolina State. As you can see right here, they're having a demonstration on swine, or pigs, what we call them. And they're teaching them how pigs react, what they're supposed to do with them, you know, that sort of thing. So this is a big deal for agriculture in our state. This is the highlight of our historical images. These images were provided by the Miller F. Whitaker Library. Dr. Ruth Hodges and Mr. Avery Daniels, the archivist, did an excellent job of helping us secure these photos for this facility. They have a lot of information there and a lot of photos about the university that I didn't know were there. And you know, for years that this university has been around, it's something that whoever wants to really know the history and see the historical aspects of our university should go there and take a look. Now we're going to focus on our regional offices in the regions we are across the state. Now we are in 32 of the 46 counties offering direct programs, but as I said earlier, we have the ability to reach all 46 counties with our mobile technology unit. But right here is our upstate region, and I do want to point out Mr. Boyd Owens, who's a graduate of South Carolina State University and was a participant in the best band in the land, the Marching 101. This represents our Santee Wateree region, which is headquartered in Sumter, home of Shaw Air Force Base. This right here is a family farm. You see the husband and wife team are in the field. He's on the track that she's picking up from behind. This represents our Piedmont region, headquartered in Greenwood. Our major program over there is beef cattle. This represents our PD region, headquartered in Florence, South Carolina. As you can see, this picture represents coding and our STEM push in that area. They're really big on pushing STEM in that area. We have our Midlands region, headquartered here in Orangeburg, South Carolina. You can see this is our Eat Smart Farmers Market. This represents our Low Country region. And I want to point out on this picture, Ms. Esther Manuel, who is one of our program assistants. She was just recognized for knitting masks for breast cancer care health workers during the time that masks were not available at the height of the pandemic. This represents our coastal regional office. And right here we have Ms. Rogers, who's been a longtime partner with the program. And we have this guy here named Josh. Now, when we was doing programs there, Josh told me that his favorite football team was South Carolina State Bulldogs. He's a little older now, and I gotta find out where Josh actually went to school. It better have been South Carolina State University. Now that we've finished with our 7 regional offices that we talked about, let's talk about our program areas. First, we have our most popular program area, which is 4-H and youth development. Last year, we had over 40,000 youth contacts in our area. And so our programs are geared toward youth in a lot of different areas. STEM is one. We do things with reading. We do arts and crafts. We do character counts, a lot of different things with youth. The youth are our future. We have to make sure we keep a focus on them. Our next program area is family nutrition and health. Nutrition and health and COVID-19 has really pulled the top off of health disparities in our communities, pre-existing conditions, those kind of things. So our focus, we're doubling down on the health and well-being in our communities, whether it's smart shopping, healthy eating, healthy cooking, people living with diabetes, heart disease, hypertension, all those focus areas we actually deal with in our family nutrition and health. Our next program area is community and economic development. In this area, we work with nonprofits, we do board training, and the major thing is we do small business development and small business consultations. We help businesses with their financials, customer service, marketing, all those kind of areas that make them thrive. Now, right here in this picture was a small business workshop series that faculty on campus actually taught in the communities for us. And I want to focus on Mr. Johnny Sellers right here, who's a big graduate of South Carolina State University, a big supporter, actually went through our courses. This is our Education, Innovation, and Support, the newest program area just added. And where we're going to focus on our relationships with K-12. We're going to interconnect ourselves with K-12 and focus on key areas such as reading. Reading is a big deal in our communities, and our kids are falling behind. Statistics show that if your kid cannot read by the 3rd grade on proficient grade level, then his life is really going to be hard, and we kind of determine where they're going to go. So we're going to expand our program, which was our SMART program that we've done over 10 years. It stands for Strategies in Math and Reading Using Technology. And even right now, in the time of COVID, our agent, Ms. Sydney Reed, had a virtual book club where she and other prominent graduates of South Carolina State University read to kids across the state. Sustainable agriculture and natural resources is the area that we focus on the most. As you know, in South Carolina, our #1 industry is agriculture. $45 billion a year and more than 200,000 jobs that it creates and supports. So sustainable agriculture for the small farmer is who we focus on. In the picture is Mr. Ted Williams. Mr. Ted Williams worked at Camp Daniels for more than 40 years. When I went to Camp Daniels as a kid, Mr. Williams was working there, and he's still with us doing, big things. Now, right here is a goat from our meat goat program that we focus on as a delicatessen. So agriculture is king in South Carolina. It has been king, and we're going to continue to focus on agriculture and make sure our small farms continue to thrive and prevent land loss. Now we'll talk about our research for a bit. We focus on extension, but research, we conduct cutting-edge research in all areas of society that we actually work in. Right here we have a picture of Dr. Stoops, who's been a researcher with us for many years in his food safety laboratory. He has won numerous awards about the work they've done in their laboratory. This facility is a community facility where we have 6 classrooms with state-of-the-art equipment for today's times, and we have a computer lab for actual training. We welcome the community to come and use our facilities. We are a community university. Now you've seen the first floor. Let's go upstairs and take a look at the second floor. This is the second floor of our facility. This is where our administrators are housed. We have our director's offices here, we have our conference room, we have our receptionist area. These are our administrative offices, and the photos you see on the wall represents highlights from our programs. There's a couple of photos I want to bring attention to. One photo is here. We had a visit from the Secretary of Agriculture, Mr. Sonny Perdue. And he stopped by because of the great work we're doing here at South Carolina State University. This was an excellent visit. He met with our administrators on campus, and he met with our students. And the big highlight from that is he said Our students were the best students he had met with since he's been Secretary of Agriculture, which is a big deal because you know he visits a lot of universities. So kudos to our students. They did a really excellent job. They asked great questions, and it was an overall great visit. I also want to highlight one of our research students that went on to become Miss USA, Karen McCullough. She was an excellent student, an excellent research assistant, and on her way to do even greater things than what she's already done. I also want to highlight Dr. Rosanna Maroof, a research scientist with us who has won numerous awards for her entomology research. She's won the Governor's Award for Scientific Research. She's also a Fulbright Scholar. I want to highlight this photo right here of Commissioner Hugh Weathers. He's the Commissioner of Agriculture for the state of South Carolina and a strategic partner with South Carolina State University 1890 program in the delivering of our programs to our small farmers. I really want to highlight our word wall. This word wall represents our values, our objectives, and the things that we hold dear. Things like empower. We empower our communities, our youth. You see how big it is. Again, youth is a big focus. Knowledge. We take our knowledge university to the community. Wellness. We talked about health and how big that is right now. Family. Our family structures need to be strengthened. Financial literacy, a big deal in our community. So as you can see, as our directors walk out and walk down and all the visitors that we have coming through, this needs to serve as a tool to refocus us onto what the big picture is. This concludes our tour of the new SC State 1890 Community Facility. We hope to see you soon.